Have you ever wondered what it would be like to own a cocktail cruiser? Or have you ever wondered what it would be like to own an electric boat? How about both of them in one? Hi, I'm Captain Greg for Boat Test, and today we're going to do a deep dive into a new boat to the US market, the Alfastreet 23 cabin cruiser. Alfastreet boats are manufactured in Slovenia. They've been making regular gas-powered boats for quite a while, but recently have entered the electric market with a series of EVO boats. The 23 cabin that we're on today is the second largest in the Alfastreet brand, also making a 28 EVO cabin. So electric boats are a little bit different than gas-powered boats. There's two main components, a battery bank and a motor. Here in the forward compartment, you can see there's 4 batteries that are connected to the motor, which is aft. So the big question people ask is, how does an electric motor compare to a gasoline engine? Here's what an electric boat sounds like when you start it up. The boat is on, the motor's not running. There's absolutely no additional noise over the ambient noise that exists in the environment.
Believe it or not, electric boats are becoming more and more popular as we enter a new era of low emissions and low noise. What is the use of being out on a boat when you can't even hear your friends talking? During our tests, the loudest sound reading we recorded was 68 decibels at our top speed of 7.1 miles per hour, and that was simply from the light rustle of the water at the bow and the stern. We recommend driving the boat at 5 miles per hour, where, with the battery fully charged, you can travel for 4.5 hours and over 23 statute miles. The range may vary if you're in a tidal area like the canals of Fort Lauderdale, where we were running. I operated the boat for several hours, and it was a pleasant experience being able to take a good look at the passing waterfront mansions and watering holes around Fort Lauderdale. I imagine that cruising the shorelines of lakes, reservoirs, and estuaries around America would be just as pleasant. And getting the 23 into hiding holes and slips is easy with a retractable top and pinpoint handling capabilities. Charging the Alfastreet is a non-issue, as it plugs into any 30-amp fixture in a marina, or can even run from an extension cord from a standard 120-volt outlet. Both will fully charge the batteries overnight. Alfastreet, like most electric boat builders, programmed the battery management system to always allow a 30-minute reserve at low speed to get home if the battery gets low. And when it comes to annual operating expense and maintenance, both are far lower than any gas comparison. Due to the minimal moving parts in an electric motor, the longevity is much longer than gas counterparts.
In some respects, the Alfastreet 23 is like the electric-powered, tranquil lake and harbor cruisers we've all seen, usually adorned in blue canvas tops with fringe. They have been around for over 50 years, proving their utility and popularity. But compared with the Alfastreet, there is one big difference. The Alfastreet is the Rolls-Royce of this genre. Everything aboard the boat is the very best. The fit and finish, upholstery, carpentry, and amenities, such as the hydraulic up and down hardtop, make it the premier boat in its class. Now, let's look at those premium quality details.
Starting from the bow of the boat, we have a 10.2-pound anchor that's stainless, including all of the chain is stainless as well. We've got an electric windlass for easy operation. We've got very sturdy cleats throughout the boat, and a nice little rail up here if you have to come forward and deal with any issues on the anchor. The entire boat here on the bow, as well as aft, is covered in a marvelous synthetic teak. For access to the bow, there's 3 steps with the same synthetic teak that takes you to this window. Opens to port and is held by this very sturdy stainless steel latch. The header on the top of the glass is 2.5-inch wide stainless. Like so many things on this boat, I'm really impressed with the quality of the craftsmanship and the quality of the materials. On the starboard side of the boat is the helm station. There's a 7-inch SIMRAD, GPS and depth finder, and a GD2 monitoring unit for the batteries and the electric motor. Throttle, bow thruster for easy maneuvering. One unique feature of the Alfastreet 23 is the raising and lowering roof controlled by this button. In the down position, designed for storage, it also gives the ability to get under a low overpass. In the up position, The roof goes to a 6-foot 4-inch maximum headroom in the cockpit. The Alfastreet 23 also has this nice feature on the roof. Pull a couple of handles, pop it up, push it forward, and exposes the aft part of the cockpit to the sky. The Alfastreet 23 also comes standard with a remote control for the roof. With the roof in the fully down position, makes for great storage of the Alfastreet 23. Covers up the cockpit, also the helm station. Coming aft from the bow on the port side is the entrance to the modest, but very functional and quite stylish cuddy cabin. There's a lockable hatch on top, and with one latch, an accordion door opens outboard. The cuddy cabin is 6 feet 4 inches wide at the back, and the headroom is 3 feet 9 inches. Definitely not huge, but very nice for a 23-foot boat. We have a nice window to starboard and a port. Also, a marine sanitation device that goes into a holding tank. On the port side, we have the electrical panel, which has all of the breakers one would expect, including monitoring for the waste and the water, main battery switches, and breakers for the windlass and the hydraulics. The great thing about this boat to me is this wide open cockpit that we have. This is absolutely awesome. You gotta remember, this is a cocktail cruiser, so it's all about hanging out with your friends and family. You can easily set 3 people on each one of these bench seats, 1 or 2 in the aft seat, and 2 more here. The Alfastreet 23 Cabin EVO is a great boat for anyone who's considering getting a cocktail cruiser. It is cutting-edge technology. Electric boats are the way of the future in many classes, and that's what the Alfastreet 23 embodies.
For Boat Test, I'm Captain Gray, reminding you life is better and much more pleasant on an electric boat.